Yo guys, welcome back to Sempre Inter TV. Yes, the season is over, but don't worry, we're not going to leave you alone. Inter are a constant source of news, transfer gossip and rumours. So we're going to continue keeping you guys updated with everything that's going on in the crazy ass world of Inter. And of course, let's start off with the biggest news of the last week or so, which is Antonio Conte is officially the new Inter coach, signing a 3-year contract with Inter. I'm very happy about that news. I think he was the best manager available in the market at the time, alongside Jose Mourinho, of course. I'm going to do an in-depth video, looking at his philosophy, what he's going to bring to Inter. So keep on the lookout for that in the next week or so. Let's get into the juicy part of the show, which is the transfer news. And guys, there's in the last week or two, the amount of names that we've been linked with is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's stupid. Let's start naming some of them off. Xhaka, Barella, Chiesa, Lazaro, Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Bale, Danilo, Trippier, Zappacosta, Darmian. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And I just want to say this, guys. Every time you read a rumour or speculation about Inter being linked with someone, take it with a big ass grain of salt. It's likely that Inter are not actually pursuing that player. So today I'm going to only talk about the players that have been confirmed, or there is, a strong likeliness that Inter are actually in negotiations with the club or the player for. But the first one that is confirmed that Inter are negotiating with Cagliari is Nicolo Barella, the young Italian midfielder. All-action midfielder that has played in all roles in midfield really for Cagliari. Has played in defensive midfield, in the sort of left centre mid, right centre mid role. It has even played as a trequartista, CAM. So very versatile player, very much in the mould of a Conte type player. Conte seems like he wants Barella to be the first signing for his new Inter. And he sees maybe that Arturo Vidal type player, combative, small, technical, and able to get into the box but also win the ball back. Looking at Barella's statistics from last season, he was one of the highest midfielders in terms of recoveries of the ball, and also in terms of shots taken at goal. His conversion rate was the worst in Serie A, by the way. But he's still very young, 22 years old, so there's a lot of improvement there. And you can see that he has got a decent shot on him. He just hasn't, has the accuracy yet. But I think that's a development that he may be able to take to the next level with Conte. Arturo Vidal, when he first came to Juve, wasn't, a goal-scoring midfielder. He used to even play in defence, I think, for Leverkusen. But the more he went on playing with Conte, he moved further and up the field. The problem I have with the Barella transfer is that the rumoured deal that Inter seem to have in place is around 35 million plus a counterpart player, which at the moment seems to be Bastoni, the younger centre-back we signed from Atalanta. Had a great season with the Parma, his sort of first proper season in the professionals for him. And honestly, I'm not very willing to let him go. Of course, people will talk about the Zaniolo deal last year. Should you let go of talented young players in such a way? And Bastoni is also a left-footed centre-back, which is something that this squad lacks. And with Conte very likely to play a 3 at the back formation, I think it's vital that we have at least 1 or 2 left-footed centre-backs in the squad. And why not have Bastoni learn from the likes of Skriniar, De Vrij and Godin? As we know, Italian talents are very overpriced. This 35 million plus Bastoni deal seems like it's valued around the 50-55 million mark. So very, very expensive for Barella. But that's the market in Italy at the moment, because Italian talents are so hard to come by. Federico Chiesa is rumoured to be valued around 60-70 million by Fiorentina, which is absolutely crazy for a winger that scored 6 goals last season. I am a big fan of Barella. He very much reminds me of a young Nainggolan in terms of his the way he sees the style of play and his combativeness. And we need more young Italian talents in the team. We need to bring the average age down of this squad. And I'm all up for signing Barella. his agent even tweeted a picture of him and Nainggolan, with two cutouts together in an office, which is maybe a bit of a hint on what's going to happen. So that is very likely to happen. The other deals that we are currently negotiating are Lazaro from Hertha Berlin. Now, I don't know too much about him. He's a 23-year-old Austrian fullback, right fullback. Very talented from what I hear. Had a decent season with Hertha Berlin, who are quite average in the Bundesliga. I don't want to act like I know anything about him. I've watched a couple of videos. Looks decent. Looks like he's got a good turn of pace on him, decent defensive skills, and decent going forward. 15 million euros is the rumoured transfer bid that we put in for him, and sounds about right for his age and sort of talent level. I don't think he's going to be a starter if he comes in, but as a squad player, once again bringing the age down, we should be willing to sort of take a gamble for these types of players, I think. And there's another right wing back that we're linked with, which is Manuel Lazzari from Spal. The Spal sporting director actually just confirmed it, that Inter are in contact for Lazzari. 25-year-old Italian fullback, had 2 good seasons with Spal, really. Probably has been their best player in both seasons. Has a really high rate of chances created in the Serie A. Very energetic, very quick. This Inter team does lack a lot of pace. Apart from Keita, Politano, Perisic, maybe. There's not really much pace in this team, and Lazzari will definitely add on to that. Definitely used to playing in the 5 at the back, 3 at the back type formation, where he's the wing back bombing up and down. If this is below 20 million euros, I'd be happy for Inter to sign Lazzari. It'd be a great addition to the team. Then up front, we have a strong rumour of Edin Dzeko coming in. The Bosnia national team coach said Edin was in Milan negotiating with Inter, and he hopes that the deal goes through for Edin. So that looks like he's close to completion. Conte likes big technical forwards, target man, and Dzeko is exactly that. Great at playing with his back to goal, bringing in other players. He's like an advanced regista, so to say. He really showed that in the Inter-Roma match a couple of months ago at the San Siro, where he was one of the man of the match, really. And the figure that is being touted is around 12 to 15 million euros, which is kind of expensive for a 33-year-old player who only scored around 9 goals last season in the Serie A, which is quite a poor season for him, really. But if you look at his previous seasons, he bags goals. That's basically Edin Dzeko. I know a lot of Inter fans are not very excited about this move, but I think if we're going to play with 2 up front, Conte likes the big man, small man combination. So if Dzeko plays up front alongside Lautaro or Politano, that could be a really good combination. He's really good at bringing in other players into the game, as I said. Experienced forward. I'm not looking for him to be a starter. I don't want him to be our starting forward for the Champions League and Serie A matches, but an option off the bench and in the smaller games, I think he would be great. And he already has a connection with the Balkan players in the team, such as Perisic. That's the most concrete deals that we have, that Inter are negotiating for incoming. And then outgoing, Gagliardini is rumoured to be, getting some interest from Torino. Strong interest from Torino, apparently. Torino just coming off a great season they had last year under the management of Mazzarri. And Gagliardini, I think, it does look like a good fit for a Mazzarri type player. The rumoured fee that they are looking to get Gagliardini for is 50 million euros, which seems a bit too cheap for me. I think we should definitely, if we are to sell him, it has to be above 20 million. I mean, we signed him for around 25-30 million, if I'm correct. But I actually would like to see Gagliardini stay. I think under Conte, he will come good. At Atalanta, he showed his real talent, which he hasn't really been able to show at Inter, especially last season with Spalletti barely played him. With the few times he played, there was a few times they played really good and a few times where he played quite bad. So there hasn't been really a middle point with Gagliardini at Inter. But I think Antonio Conte is really good at getting the best out of sort of mid-average players. I mean, Gagliardini is not just an average player. I think he has got the potential to be a really good player, and I think Conte can get that out of him. Sort of going back to the Dzeko deal up front, they're into outgoing. Apparently, Mauro Icardi, Roma have come in with a bid of 30 million plus Dzeko. Woo! Wow. I mean, where do I start? That is absolutely ridiculous. Roma, what? I mean, they can get lost. I don't care if Icardi's value has decreased recently. 30 million plus Dzeko is an absolute joke. 30 million plus Dzeko plus Florenzi plus El Shaarawy, then let's talk. But yeah, so those were the main points of talk in this past week. I've put the links from the Sempre Inter articles in the description below if you want to read about these transfer rumours. And as I said, guys, keep everything that you read about Inter in these coming few months, with a pinch of salt. Don't believe everything that you read. Don't start, getting angry or getting super excited about rumours until they are confirmed. This is what the media wants this summer. There's no football. They're just going to try to sell clickbaits and newspapers by doing this kind of stuff. And Inter is their favourite target. And also, what do you think of this new track top I bought from the Inter store? But yeah, that's it, guys, for today. As I said, keep an eye out for the upcoming videos. I'll be doing video on Conte. And of course, I'll continue to do these weekly roundups of what's going on in the world of Inter. The circus of Inter. But yeah, as you know, guys, like and subscribe, and always Forza Inter.